Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm here. Oh, had to recover from yesterday, but I do have my COD Zombies uh, power up chain on, which is really cool. I bought this, I think, like after Black Ops 4 came out, and I was like, you know what? I need some Call of Duty Zombies merch. So if any of you guys have any, like, links you want to put in the comments or like names of websites, just let me know. Because I need more merch. But today we're doing a tier list of every zombies map currently released. Um, I actually haven't played all of them, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. Um, but this is just a tier list. Eventually, I do want to go in depth and just kind of like make a video of me going through every single zombies map. So we'll do that at some point. But for now, we're gonna do a tier list because the Black Ops 6 multiplayer trailer is coming out soon, if not already when you're watching this. So I'm excited. But let's just get into it. So the first one is Noctur and Toten. Now, if we're combining OG Noct in World at War and also Zombies Chronicles, I'm gonna say Noct is it's an okay map. Like, it's not bad. It's not good. It's okay. Like, I'll go back and play it. It's fun, but it's not in my opinion objectively a bad map. It was the first map. So it's the one of the goats, but it's not great or good. So all right, next one, Verruct. This is tough. Okay, Verruct had the introduction of the perks, which was really cool. The split up spawn, so like if you were in a group of at least two or more, it would like split up the spawn so you're separated when you spawn in. I really like that. That's kind of like a. I wish they would bring that back. Like that would be awesome. Just like starting out in panic mode. So I'm gonna put Verruct at a good map. B tier. I think it's B tier. It's worth it. Um, Shino Numa. Shino Numa introduced us to Hellhounds. Um, it also introduced us to, I'm pretty sure, like, the Flogger. Yeah, the Flogger came in. Also, changing perks, where, like, you had the one hut that would change every time. And you can also get to round 255 plus on the map. So, Shino Numa, in my opinion, is an okay map. It's very innovative, but not overly innovative. And also, the mud just slows you down so much. It feels like they're trying to put an obstacle in front of you that isn't an enemy. And I personally don't like that. Um, and I didn't say this at the beginning, but all of these rankings are personal for me. So, like, if you want to disagree or agree, put them in the comments below. Seriously. Um, all right, Doris. Doris was pretty good. I won't lie. Very, very just easy to play. With a little bit of difficulty, not too much. Doris, I'm gonna put Doris at S tier actually, because Doris was my first like map besides Noct. So like my second map. So I played Noct and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is insane. And then Doris and I was like, okay, I'm a fan, like for sure. Now moving on, we have Duran Fong. I did not play Vanguard, which I kind of am like disappointed in myself for doing because like it does have implications in the new Dark Ether storyline that I'm not going to get into right now, but I'm going to put it in the not played. Same with Terra Maledicta. I didn't play the Vanguard version of Shino Numa, and I don't think I played the Archon. Yeah, I didn't play any of them, so they're going in the not played. And we're gonna put Shino Numa above Nox. I think it's worthy to be a little higher, but they're both in C tier, so it's okay. Kino. This is gonna be a little controversial. It's gonna go A tier, but it's not gonna go S tier. And honestly, I think the map is like it's okay. It's good. I have a lot of good memories on it, but I don't think it's like perfect, like mind blown. It's I mean, you teleport to Pack a Punch. That's cool. But like, you know what I mean? It's like like first map of BO1 besides 5 obviously. But it's good. It's a great map. I just don't think it's perfect. 5. This is going to be unpopular, but 5 I'm actually going to put at A tier as well. I'm going to put it under Kino. Only because Kino is more casual friendly. And I've done every Easter egg besides the games I didn't play, which is Modern Warfare 3 and Vanguard. So like they're good maps, but 5 when I was younger, now I'm obviously better and I have a better like look at it. But it has a really bad wonder weapon. I won't lie. The Pentagon Thief, super lit. Like hands down, really good. Really good boss zombie. You kill him, you get a bonfire sail. I mean, that's goated. In my opinion, that's awesome. And it's challenging, so it's like risk versus reward. So I'm gonna put 5 in A tier. I think it's very good. Ascension. Now Ascension is a great map. So I think I'll put it at the top of A tier. First Easter egg. You have the Matryoshkas. You have the amazing Gersh devices. It's a fantastic map. You got PhD Flopper. I don't know. Personally, I love Ascension. It was my first Easter egg I ever did in Black Ops 1. So we're going to put it A tier. We'll give a little clap for it. It's a good map. Good map. Great map. Call of the Dead. So, personally, I don't think I need to explain. Call of the Dead is going into S tier. I think it's going to go above Dury's. The Easter egg is great. The boss zombie is great. However, one thing about George Romero that I don't like, the reward. I mean, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's all right. It's not great. And it takes a bunch of damage to put him down, especially because his health raises depending on the amount of players you have. So, I mean, Call of the Dead's S tier. I'll put Call of the Dead S tier. Shangri-La, and I've been playing this a lot more since Chronicles came out. I'm going to put Shang at a nice A tier, right above 5. I like it a lot. I like the Easter egg. I like the reward for doing the Easter egg. You get all the perks if you're Richtofen, obviously. And it felt good, and it has a great wonder weapon. The baby maker is what I call it. Moon. Moon is probably, for me, going to go into A tier, top. Only thing I don't like about this map is the Easter egg being RNG based with the box and the excavators. It just kind of like ruins the flow for me. There's no like concrete way to get it done like quickly or even efficiently. It's kind of just like luck. But the map is beautiful. I love you starting in No Man's Land. I love the changing perks in No Man's Land. I love that you can stay there as long as you want. I love the hacker. I love the wave gun. It's all good. It's all good. And the ending of the Easter egg is phenomenal. And then, obviously, that Easter egg leads us into Black Ops 2, which kind of had an identity crisis. Transit. I'm going to put Transit objectively as a bad map. I don't think it's an awful map. I think it's a bad map. It's got, like, it birthed a lot of the amazing maps we're going to rank next. But, I like the bus. I like the turbines. The Easter egg is actually not bad. I kind of like the Easter egg, but the jet gun is objectively not good. I hope they bring it back in a future one, maybe even Black Ops 6. I think that Liberty Falls is supposed to take place kind of in that area around Transit or even in Transit. So I'm going to go ahead and put Transit as a bad map because I think it could have been better if they had more time on a different engine. Because it was just so dated. The fog, the denizens. Like, they're just the Avogadro. They were all there to slow you down, including the lava. It's just sad that had to be the reason why it suffered. Not because it was objectively terrible, but it had all the makings of a great map. It just couldn't do it in the end. So, bad map, but not terribly awful. Bus Depot. Bus Depot is good, but I'm going to put it in okay maps under Knocked. It's a great survival map, but as a, like, standalone map, it's very bare bones. Honestly, even in my opinion, like, yes, there's more stuff in Bus Depot. Like, there's probably a little more area, but Knocked, you can't beat Knocked. Like, you know what I mean? Bus Depot is just kind of okay. It's okay. Farm. Farm is actually a decent map, but I think it has the same issue as Transit, where it's a little less bad than Transit. But, like, the fog and the amount of doors you have to open just to get perks in that small of a map is kind of crazy. Like, at least in Bus Depot, you only open one door and you're good, Like, you're fine. Town. So, Town, I have a huge childhood, like, glaze over this. But, you open one door and you're getting box and perk. And Galvanuckles. You open one other door, you're getting a perk. You open one door, you're getting a perk. Boxes open in another area where you don't even have to buy a door. Like, it's very easy to get into, and that's why I like it. So we're gonna go ahead and put Town at A tier. I'm gonna say under 5, because, like, it's a survival map. It's not like, it's not anything crazy, but it's very well designed, in my opinion. Nuketown Zombies. Personally, I'm gonna say it was okay. It's under Bus Depot for me, because at least Bus Depot has some kind of level of, like, okay, you're playing this to have a challenge. Nuketown's like, okay, we need an extra map. Let's reuse Nuketown again. So, and the perks falling from the sky, Pack-a-Punch falling from the sky, you could potentially not get Pack-a-Punch or, like, Juggernog on a survival-based map until round 20, 25. Like, that's a I don't like the design of that. Now we're on to Die Rise. Now, I'm gonna say that Die Rise, as it is in Black Ops 2, is a bad map. Like, badly designed. The Sliquifier is great. You know what? No. I don't think it's a bad map. We're gonna put it like right below Knocked. Because the design of the map is eh. And the fact that you couldn't pick up parts and you had to kind of, like, part swap to move them, eh. Sliquifier, great wonder weapon. I love it. Easter egg, it's okay. But I know there is a remake coming out on the Steam Workshop for Black Ops 3 mod tools. So I'm excited to play that and see how that goes. Now we're on to the good ones. So Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead, in my opinion, is a S tier map, top of S tier. But that's just me. There we go. We moved them. Yeah, Mob of the Dead is a great map, in my opinion. I mean, what can I not say about it? The Easter egg is great. The story is great. The characters are great. The weapons are great. Once again, and it's just got a nice afterlife with such great innovation. And people could say, people draw the comparison of Shadows of Evil in Black Ops 3 with Afterlife and Beast Mode. They're both great. You move faster, you can revive faster, you can deal damage to zombies. Now, granted, Afterlife was a little less than that because you can only teleport them away, but that's still not bad. That's still a good defensive maneuver. It kind of removes the need for quick revive, which I like, because that was whenever anyone said crutch perk about jug or stamina up or speed cola, you want to talk about a crutch perk, it was quick revive. Because on solo, if you didn't have quick revive, you were hindering yourself. There's no doubt about it. So I'm going to say, yep, Mob of the Dead, top of S tier. Buried. Now, Buried, in my opinion, is a great map. I'm actually going to put it above Kino, but below Ascension. And it's because I like the Easter egg. The wonder weapons are great. You got the Paralyzer, the introduction of the Mark II. You have the Time Bomb, which is, give or take, depending on how you're playing, it's good. What's not to like about having a giant Leroy running around, smashing doors open? You got the chalk drawings. It is a fantastic map, in my opinion. Origins. This is gonna get people kind of, I'm not gonna say upset, but just don't hunt me down, please. I'm gonna put Origins at a great map. It's gonna be at the top, but I don't think it's S tier. And my only reason for that is because as many times as I've done the Easter egg and built every staff countless times, the level for entry for Origins is so high. It's extremely high. To really even, get far, you need a staff, in my opinion, for the Panzers. And you have the mud, which slows you down. You're kind of screwed if you don't have a staff by the end of it. You know what I mean? The staffs are a big thing, and yeah, you can build them, but to get them to their max potential, upgrading them. And they're not all equal with the different effects like the bows are, which, as much as people want to say Lightning Bow on Horizon Drac is the best, while it is, they all do the same damage, just in different ways, and they all use the same amount of ammo and have the same amount in their reserve. So I'm just going to say the staffs are temperamental. The Easter egg, in my opinion, is actually quite easy, but once again, with Moon, it's very RNG based on the G-strikes, and just figuring out so much without a YouTube guide is almost, in my eyes, impossible, unless you're literally spending days searching for this, the steps. So okay, now we're on to, oh god, we're on to Extinction. So funny enough, I only played 2 of the Extinction maps, and it was Point of Contact and Nightfall. So we're just going to put Mayday and Awakening right there and not played, because I kind of left Ghosts. Did I say Advanced? I meant Ghosts. we're going to keep those there because I didn't play them. I kind of stopped playing Ghosts halfway through. Point of contact. So this is, I'm pretty sure, the first one. Let me double check. I'm going to check my phone because I think it's important to make sure that I actually know what I'm talking about. Point of contact. Yep, it's the first map. So the first map of Extinction. Let me take a quick sip of my tea while I think this over. Point of contact. I'm gonna say, controversial opinion, that it was an okay map. Okay. I'll say it's okay. Because while I didn't like the gameplay style of it, I thought the map was pretty well designed for a first map in a new entry of like a already established like game mode. And then Nightfall, in my opinion, was just I'm gonna say a bad map, and I hate saying that. I'm gonna put it above Transit, but I do think it was objectively not a great map. And now we're on to Jesus. We are on to, hold on. Yeah, was Exodus also? I'm confused. Exodus map? I'm so confused about this one, actually. So, Exodus. I'm pretty sure Exodus was in Extinction. Okay, so that was the final one. I didn't play Exodus either. So we're going to put that in not played. I know I say I'm a Zombies fan and I haven't played Vanguard or like about half of Extinction, which is not great. But I'm pretty sure I played the rest except for Modern Warfare Zombies, which just didn't catch my attention on launch, and the further it went, the farther away I got from it. So, it kind of stunk. Okay, first Exo Zombies on Advanced Warfare Outbreak. I'm gonna be straight up. I did not like Outbreak. I thought it was an awful map. Gameplay of Advanced Warfare is just, in my opinion, not great. Even the Wonder Weapon, which was the shotgun, okay. I mean, you got the, yeah, it's alright. Infection. Now, I'm going to put Infection a little higher. I'm going to say it was a bad map, but I'm going to put it below Transit only because Infection has, like, mandatory objectives where you have to save civilians, and if you don't, it hinders you, like, heavily to the point where you're probably going to go down. So, yeah, bad map potential, though. Now, Carrier was interesting. I'm still probably going to put Carrier, I'm going to put Carrier at okay. I'm going to put it above Bus Depot and below Die Rise. I think it's pretty okay in that regard. Descent, I'm going to put it at the top of bad maps only because while I did like it and I liked the Easter egg, it was very buggy, and I think still is to this day. And they were honestly, I think, the first like final map in a game to just spam you with special enemies, because you have the poison zombies, you have the exo like electric zombies. You have the Goliath, the giant big man. Um, you have the bomb. I'm pretty sure there's the bombers in that as well. There's just too much on that map where it's kind of like it's just like why do I want to play this, you know? And I do like the Easter egg ending, and I also hate it because the fact that spoilers by the way for Advanced Warfare lovers, which the only person I truly think that I know is Noah J456, and I think that's it. So um I don't like the ending where Oz is shown to have a bunch of clones of himself, which is just okay, great. Why do I care about the story then? If it's just gonna continue and continue and continue. So it's like, it's not satisfying. So next, moving in on to Black Ops 3, baby. So we got Shadows of Evil. I'm gonna say Shadows of Evil is an S tier map. I oof. You know what? For now we'll keep it under mob, but we might move it. So we'll see. Now the Giant is definitely a great map. I'm still gonna put it under Derice, and I think we'll put it right about under Buried. I think it deserves that spot. It's just a well made casual map. Drak. This is gonna be S tier, but it's tough because it's a really good map. I'm gonna say Drak is about right there under Mob. I do think it's a great, perfectly designed map. Perfect wonder weapon. Easy to get, first of all. Like it's kind of like it's easy to kind of just you just shoot randomly somewhere and it's like, "Oh, what does that do?" Like there's environmental cues and sounds and visuals that just kind of like guide you without actually guiding you. So, besides the Easter egg being really easy and the map being easy, I think that's a Black Ops 3 problem more. But I have fun, and it's more about fun for me. So, Drak, I can hop in and have fun. So, it's going to be S tier, a little lower than Mob, but I think it deserves that spot. Now, Zetsubo no Shima. I love this map. I think it's great. It's difficult and not in the like hard way, more in the like challenging like learning curve. But the challenges are a little iffy for me, so I think it's gonna go. I'm gonna put Zetsubo in the right above the Giant. I think it's good right there. Garad Crovey. So I know people are probably expecting this in a different spot, but it's gonna go right under Origins in A tier. And the only reason why is because it's really buggy with high rounds, and the Specialist, which is really cool, also bugs out at a high round, so you can't use it. And also the Reagan Mark III drops off, which the Reagan Mark II is just very good when you hit those crits. So I'm not a huge fan. As much as I love Garad Crovey and I love the Easter egg, it's just a somewhat buggy map. But it did introduce a lot of new elements, like a brand new Specialist, besides the Skull and Sopway. So I mean, the Skull and Sopway was the first original one, but then we got the Dragon Gauntlet, which was kind of like half original, but more closer to the Ripper. But I'm gonna say it's the best, like personality wise, because it's got the flying dragon on there that shoots fire and flamethrower and flies around. It's really cool. So we're gonna put it A tier, just under Origins. I think it's good there. Now Revelations, a lot of fun on this map, I'll say. But I'm gonna say that it's just a bad map, but it's the top of bad maps because it's just a giant recycling bin. And I'm not saying that I don't have fun on it, because obviously I do, but the only new thing on this map is the Easter egg, which isn't even that new. The masks are new, and the spawn room and the pack-a-punch room inside of the stomach of the apothecant are new. So there's 2 new areas and an Easter egg. Kinda not really great. I do think it's objectively just a bad map. But that's just me. Now, Zombies in Spaceland, this is going to be S tier, and I think it's going to go right under Shadows of Evil. It's just a well-connected map with a challenging Easter egg, unless you have, overpowered Fate and Fortune cards, but it's just a good map with good wonder weapons, and it just set a precedent for another studio making zombies with a just as good quality, if not better, than Treyarch was at some points. So, fantastic Infinity Ward. I loved it. Next up is Raven the Redwoods. Ooh. I'm going to put this at a good map. It's a good map. It's not a great map, but it's a good map. And mainly because of the map design. It's a little confusing, but once you play it once, you'll never forget how to get somewhere. Like, it does bleed into itself, which is nice. Shaolin Shuffle. While it's a map. It's a map. It's a map. Ooh, where to go? Where to go? I'm gonna say it's an okay map, and we'll put it right at the top of okay, because the wonder weapons are really good. The katana and nunchucks. You have the kung fu abilities, which are cool, and once upgraded are even better. But man, that Rat King boss fight is just not fun at all. It feels like a chore list, and I'm just not about it. Even Pack-a-Punch just feels like, it's not like you're doing anything. It's a collectathon. You're just collect a coin, collect a poster. You know what I mean? Like, it's all right. It's all right. It's an okay map. And the ninja zombies, like the fact that I'll play a clip right here, but the fact that one of the developers said this, I mean, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, are you serious? Don't move? Like, just don't sprint and you'll be fine? In a game mode where you constantly have hordes of zombies behind you, and if you don't sprint, they will catch up to you. Just not vibing with that. Attack of the Radioactive Thing. This is a collectathon, and the Easter egg is pretty mid, in my opinion. The chemistry step is just, why? And I've done it. I like it. I like Elvira. But the wonder weapon is kind of meh. The coloring is meh. They didn't even want to advertise it, which is the bad thing. Like, it just came out. The trailer came out with the map. You know what I mean? Like, they knew they weren't proud of it. Or I can't say that, but it doesn't seem like they were confident with it, and it shows with the lack of creativity Besides the Krogs, I like the Krogs. But Krogzilla, not my favorite boss. And very, like, temperamental, where you have to shoot 8. Very tiny spot. So it's gonna go. I hate to put it in this spot, but it's gonna go in F tier. Above Outbreak, though. Above Outbreak. Outbreak is just very bare bones. Beast from Beyond. This is a toughie. Because while I don't like Beast from Beyond as a map, I really like the boss fight. That leads into Mephistopheles. But that's also the super Easter egg. So I'm going to say it's a bad map. I don't think it's awful. Because once you turn the power on, it can be fun to play. But those first couple rounds are just not fun at all and can turn someone off. So we'll put it at the very bottom. No, we'll put it below Transit. Why not? Below Transit. Better than Infection. But yeah. I'm going to leave it there. Now we're on to World War II Zombies. Final Reich. I thought it was an okay map. And I think we'll put it above Shaolin Shuffle. I do think it's better. But can I not? Okay, there we go. Perfect. I like the Wonder Weapon and its upgrades. It's very interesting. The boss fight is pretty cool, I'll admit. But it's a little handholdy at times, which I'm not the greatest fan of. Like, I like that. I like when they show you, don't tell you. You know what I mean? Groston House is the survival map. I'm going to be honest. It's going to go in good maps. I do think it's a great survival map. I do think it's B tier. I do think that it is good. There's an Easter egg you can do to get pack-a-punched weapons out of the box, so it makes it even easier, because it's very difficult. So definitely, if you like a challenge, go play Groston House. Very good. Oh my god. No. Darkest Shore, automatic F tier. I think it's a bad map. I think it's an awful map, actually. The Easter egg's bad. The Wonder Weapon's okay, but I don't care. The boss, the Moischlers, gross. The Fog somehow is worse than Transit, so yucky. It's just a bad map. Now the Shadowed Throne. It's an interesting map. However, the like way to open Pack-a-Punch, needing to have the Wonder Weapon of the map is absolutely disgusting to me. I hate the way that they designed it, and I don't like the like visuality of the map at all. It just feels very bland to me. And I didn't think you could get, like, I do think it's not as bad as the Darkest Shore, because once you get past that threshold, it can be fun. So the Shadow Throne will go right below the Beast from Beyond. Like I said, it's kind of like once you get past that barrier, there's fun to be had, but you know what I mean? It's just, it's a bad map. Tortured Path. So this was a set of multiple maps, smaller maps, I'll add, that were kind of like, okay, so you beat a certain amount of rounds in one map, and then you go to the next one. And then you do that again, you go to the next one. And there are Easter eggs. Personally, I thought it was okay, but I'm not even going to put it in C tier. I do think it deserves to be in the D tier. Above Transit, though. Above Transit. I think there's fun to be had in those maps, but I don't like the design. So yeah. Oh, Frozen Dawn. So for me personally, I actually really liked the Frozen Dawn. I liked the Easter egg. I thought the setting was gorgeous. Um, there it is a little difficult, but Frozen Dawn, uh I'm gonna put it actually in C tier, actually B tier, right above Groston House. I do think it was a good map, and I had a lot of fun playing it, so it's gonna go up there. B tier's good, I think. Um, okay. Okay, now we're moving on to Voyage of Despair. So Voyage is interesting because that was the one that I was most excited for on launch of Black Ops 4. And it's crazy because Black Ops 4 launched with 4 maps, which we'll be ranking first. So, Voyage of Despair. I've done the Easter egg, I've done the gauntlet, I've played the map regularly. I personally think that it is a bad map. Um, I just think it's too big. Um, the Wonder Weapon is decent. Decent is a good word I would use. It's not bad. It's it's a very interesting Wonder Weapon. Like I like holding it, but the ammo on it is just kind of eh. So this is actually gonna go in D tier, right above Revelations. I do think it's a little better because it's original, but once again, boss spam on this map makes it almost impossible to play at times. And the amount of doors you have to open just to even get to like a quarter of the map is nuts. It's nuts. Um, IX. Fantastic map. I'd put it in A tier. I think I'd put it like right below Origins, because while Origins may have a level of, you know, difficulty to it, IX, the Easter egg, has a little bit of difficulty when first doing it, but once you learn it, just like Origins, you get better at it. Um, Blood of the Dead. Okay, I'm actually gonna put this as a bad map as well, but I think I would rather play Voyage of Despair than Blood of the Dead. So it's gonna go there, you know? Um that's all I got to say about that one, you know. So basically we're going, just to reiterate, whatever's farthest to the left is the like worst, or the it's like the most important of that bracket. So Mob is like top of S tier. Voyage, oh, well then, I guess we're just gonna leave it like this. You know, I mean, it's kind of like, and the farther down it goes, the worse it is. We'll say that. Um, Classified. I thought this was a wonderful addition to 5, except for the fact that they got rid of the Pentagon Thief. That hurt my soul on a deeper level. So we'll put it as an A tier map, but we'll put it under 5. Under 5, I think is good. Dead of the Night. Surprisingly, I like this map a lot, but I don't like the crew, the celebrity cast. While I do like them, I think their writing was awful. The Wonder Weapon is good, but the entire map, including its Easter egg, I mean, even getting set up on this map is kind of a nightmare of just moving from one room, collecting something, trying to figure out some secret, finding symbols around the map just to get the weapon is kind of bewildering. And yes, you can get it out of the box, but you need it to progress the map. So it's like, do I want to spend all my points when I have to open like 10 to 12 doors? It's kind of like, eh. So, Dead of the Night, while I personally like it, I can't in good conscience put it as a good map. So, I'm going to put it right above the Final Reich because to me it's difficult and it's fun, but it's eh, it's Ancient Evil. This is S tier. This is S tier. And I think I could even consider putting it above Shadows, surprisingly. I really like the Easter egg. It's very creative, very demure. But no, I do like the amazing wonder weapons. The story is kind of shoehorned in, but it's still interesting. Um, the boss, the Giganese, is pretty fun to play with. The skeletons are annoying but challenging. Um, and once again, they bring back the catalysts, which are kind of a hit or miss for me. But I think they kind of balanced them enough to where they weren't spamming in this map, and I liked that. So yeah, I think it's an S tier map. So congrats, you made it in. You made it in. Alpha Omega, awful map. It's awful. It's bad. It's a bad map. Like, at least Nuketown is okay. Alpha Omega's bad. I don't like it. I really don't. I don't like the wonder weapons. I don't like that they're reused a map again, not even as a bonus map, but as a core DLC. I'm kind of upset that I paid for it. And the power system, worse than Origins, way worse, because it happens more frequently. I do like Rushmore. Rushmore is goated. But besides that, I don't like it. I'm going to say it right there. I don't like Alpha Omega. Tagged or Toten. I like the reuse of Call of the Dead and the Golden Pack-a-Punch, but it was just fixing an issue that was already there in BO4. So, and the wonder weapons. You got the Tundra gun, which is the thunder gun, but cold. It's all right, and you have the Wonderwaff sniper. But I'm just not a fan of having to build something to break a barrier like of entry, like on the boat and in the zipline area. I just don't like that at all. Even though I like the challenges, tag is just very divisive for me, and I think it's gonna have to go in okay, maybe under. Uh, I'll put it, honestly. I'll put it under Shaolin. No, under the Final Reich. That seems good. Seems good. D Machine. I really like D Machine, like a lot. I think it's a great foundation for Cold War. So D Machine is actually going to be A tier, and I think I'm actually going to put it. I'm going to put it right in between Ascension and Buried. I think it's a good spot there. While Ascension's Easter egg may be a little simple and also convoluted, and they have the monkeys. D Machine is easy. It's easy. Um, Wonderful map, but easy. Firebase Z. I just went back and played Firebase Z, and I actually think it's a pretty okay map. So I'm gonna put it. We're gonna put Firebase Z above Shinonuma, but below Shaolin, because I think Shaolin had more personality. And that's kind of something you'll see in Cold War is the lack of personality. Even though I like Cold War zombies, there's just something about it. Outbreak in Cold War. Here's the thing about Outbreak. I played it a lot, a lot before updates, after updates. I'm gonna say that I think Outbreak was a good attempt, but I objectively think that it is just okay. I'd even put it in D tier, honestly. I'm not gonna say it's awful, but I think Outbreak it's below Revelations. Like they're almost all multiplayer maps with zombies in them, or open world campaign missions. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because that's what Zombies was built off of, but I just don't think Outbreak had enough for what it was trying to be. And the Easter egg, while interesting, it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, it's challenging, it's interesting, but I don't find fun in it after playing about like after my first 3 times playing Outbreak in separate occasions. I got bored, and I kept playing because I would have somewhat fun moments, but it was just kind of like nothing to keep me coming back unless they would update something. So now we're on to Malward or Toten, which I actually just did a live stream on Twitch. That link will be in the description below, so make sure to go check that out. Mauer, I think Mauer is actually going to go into the good maps. I will actually put it at the top. While it is a campaign map, I do like the Wonder Weapon, even if it doesn't fit the theme. I like Klaus. I like the Easter egg. I find it very like intriguing of making uranium bombs to create a nuke. So I mean, I like Mauer. I'm gonna put it top B. Forsaken, for me, I really did not like this map. I'd even put it at awful, but not as bad as the rest that we have on there. Like, you know what? No, then I'll put it in D tier. It's a bad map, but I think it's because of the budget being cut. And that doesn't excuse kind of like all of it, but I do think it matters to mention that they got moved over to work on Vanguard. So they didn't even get to finish fully their final map. I just don't like going from generic street with a portal to, okay, generic like arena style base, government base with buildings in it. Oh, here's another portal, base. Here's another portal, base. Another portal. Ooh, secret laboratory. That's cool. Expand on that maybe. Oh, and then there's also a observation deck which you need a zip line to. You know what I mean? And there is a portal there as well, but it's like you're bridging. It's like Revelations. You're bridging the gap too much, you know? And Revelations also had some nostalgia behind it. So I can say that Revelations was connected better because at least it had some kind of mapping, you know. Whereas this is kind of like, eh. But it does have a really good wonder weapon. So I'll give it that. So you know what? We will put it above transit. How about that? How about we put it above transit? How's that sound? It's not. It is a bad map, but it's not the worst map. And then we have Operation Deadbolt. Now, if I remember correctly, Operation Deadbolt is Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which is MWZ. But I could be wrong. So let me check. So Operation Deadbolt is, yes, it is MWZ. And I gotta put it in not played. It's just not it, you know? But yeah. So this is my tier list. I will be posting it on Twitter just so people can see it if they don't want to watch the video. But here it is. You heard my thoughts. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.